sources also say that the GST bill...
GST.
Goods and Services Tax.
India will become one trading zone.
Consumer is a king.
And also ensures that India's GST rate meets the global benchmarks.
The final steps which are now required are for all the state governments to actually adopt the law. The Prime Minister has already made a public request to all the states to expedite it. My full conviction is that within the next 30 days, all states will find it possible to get the law passed through their legislatures. So that is a very important step in the legal framework establishment. Other big thing which is left to be done is to specify the rates for each commodity and service. That is going to be taken up this month in the GST Council or early next month. So by middle of May, we should have a clear idea of what commodity and what service will bear what kind of tax. Just today, there has been talk of 2 rates for GST on services. This is very important, because that is the biggest risk on inflation, as I mentioned. Therefore, I feel we will see by middle of May complete clarity on the rates. Then what remains to be done is to clarify all the transitionary provisions and what will be done to make sure that the promissory estoppel, which the government has provided based on incentives that were given to people in the past, how will that be settled through the new GST mechanism? Once all of this is done, we are ready to start uploading invoices on 1st July 2017 and give a green light to one of the most advanced, most IT-enabled tax regimes in the world, which my personal expectation is will perform a miracle, just as India performed the miracle of demonetization, of dematerialization, and of all the large Aadhaar and all the other very large IT-enabled programs. My conviction is that the entire country will support this, and that the number of people who will be part of this whole process, because India has 6.5 crore enterprises. If all of them get registered, the number of people participating in GST can be far higher than the currently reckoned 85 lakhs. First and foremost is the fact that the tax to GDP ratio will go up smartly, in my reckoning, over a 5-year period, by at least 10%. And I think that is going to be the most significant delivery of GST. Because we got the first round of people getting part of the system with demonetization. GST is a necessary follow-up. And with everything getting linked to the Aadhaar number, there is likely to be a significant surge in compliance. So to me, that is the first big delivery of GST. The second most important thing that will happen is that India will become one trading zone. The trucks that are waiting at state checkposts and at octroi nakas will be a thing of the past. The movement of goods will be so swift that the distance from Kashmir to Kanyakumari will be done in 25% of the time that it takes today. This will result in lower fuel costs, better utilization of trucks, and a far better environmental outcome. Third, the compliance orientation will be enhanced significantly, because nobody would like to trade with somebody who is not part of the system, because the offset would not be available. So the entire movement will be away from people who are not part of the GST system. And therefore, everybody will want to be in the supply chain, paying the tax so that the offset is available. Fourth, the price regime in India is not likely to get greatly disturbed because we have all the provisions of offset. Therefore, even if the rate is higher, but if there is an offset from the inflow of goods that go into the making of the final consumed goods, there will be far lesser burden of tax. The cascading effect being eliminated will have a tremendous impact on the way pricing is done. Single price, without any distortion, only based on demand and supply. And finally, there will be a far greater desire on the part of people to become part of the marketization of India, the involvement into the economic affairs of India, because there will be far greater resources available with the states. My prediction is that the revenues will rise dramatically. Infrastructure will be far superior. Just the standards of living of the entire country will get lifted because we have a more modern, world-beating tax system which is fully IT enabled.
ये हमारे देश में कारोबार कच्चा बिल पक्का बिल जीएसटी के कारण व्यापारी स्वयं प्रेरित होगा पक्के बिल के लिए। इसलिए जैसे अगर मानो हमारा हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस है, अगर हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस है तो हम क्या करते हैं, हमारे मेडिकल सारे बिल बराबर संभाल के रखते हैं, कोई इधर उधर न जाए। क्यों? क्योंकि हमें मालूम है कि वो सारा रहेगा, तब जाकर के मैं क्लेम कर पाऊंगा, तब जाकर के मुझे पैसे मिलेंगे। जीएसटी में वो व्यवस्था है कि जो भी व्यक्ति हैं वो अपने बिल प्रस्तुत करेगा, उसके हित की जितनी चीजें उसका रिफंड मिल जाएगा। और इसलिए ये जो पुरानी जो है कच्चे पक्के की दुनिया एक प्रकार से काले धन को भी वो मोबिलाइज करती हैं, इस पर पूरी तरह रोक लगा देगी, पूरी तरह ये बंद हो जाएगा।